What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Steam Deck OLED gameplay video for you guys today, and today we're going to check out Lord of the Rings Return to Moria. And I can only hope that this is not going to turn into another Gollum. But I never heard anything about this game, so I don't think that's probably the case. Plus, it had mostly positive reviews versus, well, Gollum had pretty much mostly negative, because that game was pretty bad. I even managed to beat that game, which was very stress-inducing with how terrible the controls worked and how, like, horrible the game just was. But I'm a glutton for punishment. I beat that, freaking Redfall, freaking, what is that, Forspoken. I'm just a glutton for punishment. But anyway, that freaking Gollum game, that's just a shame. I was thinking they were gonna go back in time, you know, when he was still Smeagol, and then go all the way to where he found the ring and went into his descent into becoming Gollum after finding the ring. I think that would have been a much cooler story than just starting off in the middle of nowhere, have nothing to do with anything, and just be like, here you go. You know, that was a big failure. Anyway though, this game is not about Gollum. This is about Return to Moria. So, I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan, so I'll pretty much about anything with Lord of the Rings name on it, like an idiot. But I figured, well, now that I've got it, why don't we test it out on things? First, we'll start on the Steam Deck because it's the weakest and move our way up. And of course, as always, if the Steam Deck and the Ally and the mini PC can't handle it very well, we usually move on and try it out on the laptops and desktops too, just to see how it does. But if it runs effortlessly, basically maxed out on these guys, well, there's really no point in going any farther than that. So let's not waste any more time. It's been a pretty long intro. I try to keep these short, but sometimes they go on a little while. So let's not make it any longer and let's get into the game.
All right, let's get some settings here. Here's the ones we're going to try. It defaulted to them, so this game probably cannot run really at 60 plus, even that low, but we'll try it. Hopefully it can. Only one way to find out, though. Let's stop laughing. Let's get into the game, huh? All right, here we are in the very beginning of the game. Just a little cutscene here. Then we'll get some gameplay after it's done.
Every attempt you've made has failed. This is a sign.
No signs or kings are going to stop us. This is the time to reclaim Khazad-dûm.
Man, those Reaper peppers are no joke. I just had a tiny little bit to put on my pepperonis and my pizza, and holy shit. My tongue is like on fire.
Now, why didn't I think of that before? You did your best. On to plan B.
Alright, plan B, fuck yeah!
Finally.
I don't know what plan B is, but hell yeah, let's do it.
Is that blasting fire?
I'd stand back if I were you.
This is madness. Gimli, you can't. We have to wait for Durin.
Durin's not here. We have to do this ourselves. Maybe this will wake him up.
Alright, well, looks like we're gonna make a big old explosion. Underground, always a good idea. Well, I mean, it is, you have to, and small, but that looks like way too much. That looks like, hey, we're gonna get a cave in and all die. But hey, I'm not a dwarf. They're supposed to be like the masters of like building stuff and like mining and all that, so I guess let's just wait and see.
You heard Lord Gimli. Let's go. Pack it in. Yes, nice and tight. Come on, help him out.
Uh-oh. Oh, nope. I guess we're not running. We're not running one bit. So we did drop all the way down to 49 here, so yeah. There's probably going to be some instances here and there where it doesn't hit 60 plus, but at the same time, this is the kind of game that could probably be enjoyed at 30 FPS. After playing it for a little bit, it seemed like it's a building game. So you can punch. Hell yeah. And at least it has a tutorial, so you at least know what you're doing. You're probably, let's see, what does it say? I guess it hasn't equalized yet, so I don't know what we're going to get for gameplay time. It's still dropping quite quickly. My guesstimate would be like 2 hours, 20 minutes. Which doesn't sound like that much, but for a little handheld, I'd say it's doing pretty good. Obviously, the Switch does the best, but I mean, that thing has like laptop parts in it. And it's super old, so of course it's going to be efficient. That's its one saving feature. If it didn't have good battery life, I think people would be a lot more mad about it. But a lot of people want a little more performance, but hopefully there's going to be some new form of it coming soon. I mean, I'm just going to keep using mine and porting stuff to my PC to play it on there when I want to play games from the Switch, but that's just me. I mean, unless they're going to make it a whole different thing. Guess we'll just have to wait and see what they do, instead of just making generalizations, or not generalization, but just random guesses. So, man, we're 220 fathoms deep. That sounds pretty deep, but I honestly have no idea what the hell that is. Alright, so they want us to dig, so I have to craft a pickaxe, huh? Alright, well, we're going to need wood. Well, we must have wood if we're able to light those. Yeah, I was still learning how to do everything. After playing through all the different computers, I sit here and look back at myself playing this. I'm like, what the hell was I even doing? But I'm learning how to play. And half the time I'm trying to look at how long the thing has been going on for and whatnot. So I'm not really reading and thinking. But I think I figured out eventually. After running around the room for a little bit. Well, we can climb that. That's cool. Huh. That actually did help. I did not think a little bit of smoke on the tongue would actually cure it, but that actually made it go like 80% of the way. Now it just feels like a tiny little, it's a little spice on the tongue. Hell yeah. Is there anything we can't fix? Well, there's probably plenty, but I'm just being silly. So there we go, we finally got our pickaxe. It only took me like 5 minutes to get to this point. Some of it was a cutscene at the very beginning though, so I think it still took me like 2 or 3 minutes to figure out how to craft a pickaxe, but hey, the point is, we at least figured it out. Alright, we tunneled the way out, but recipe for an oaken shield. I'm sure that will be important later. A little hard to see stuff. I think I should have crafted a torch, but again, I wasn't paying attention, so I did not read that. Luckily, I learn all this stuff as I go. And we're picking up all sorts of shit. And we can make mushroom stew. What do you know? Oh, we can honor a fallen dwarf. Now we have to speak to a raven. Hero token, huh? Alright, though, I think this is probably a good spot to move on to a little camera recorded gameplay now. Alright, now for some camera recorded gameplay. Still learning what on earth I'm doing. Is that more mushrooms? Oh yeah, mushrooms. And some metal scraps. Let there be light. Anything else to collect now I can see a little better. Yeah, fortunately it can't quite maintain 60 all the time. And once we get out of this little cave area, unless we're always going to be in a cave, I mean this is Return to Moria, there's probably going to be a lot of cave dwelling. Yeah, it's probably going to have trouble staying at 60, so it's probably like a 30 to 40 FPS experience once we get out of here.
Search for a way
Alright, I think you can also make a torch. That way I can see. There we go. So it looks like I do have to dig. Oh cool, you can dig and hold your torch. Wonder how long the torch lasts for. Build quick platforms to traverse terrain. Alright, so I can like make myself something. Oh wait, press down and build a quick platform. Huh. Looks like I built it just a little bit too low. Can I just put another one like there? No. Alright, we'll get this. Okay, we did it. We got up. Or actually, let's check over here. Looks like over here is the place where there's not a whole lot. Anything. Nope, I don't see nothing. Oh, stone. Alright, before we go up to that, let's like explore a little bit first. And pick up scraps if there is any. There's some skulls. Alright. Oh, bastards. Alright. It's probably going to say, oh, what is this?
The doors of Doran. What is wrong with it? I've never seen rooms with such shadow. No wonder we couldn't get it open from the other side. The doors of Doran. What is wrong with it? I've never seen rooms with such shadow. No wonder we couldn't get it open from the other side. We got orcs.
I think that's me taking them. I honestly have no idea.
An outpost of Balin's shelter here. What news?
There's no way west. No way out.
I did not think we would see shadow-cursed ruins in Moria. Our path, then, must go east.
Alright, guess we're going east.
You must prepare. Up here, at that old dwarven camp.
You're right. It's time to find shelter before making our way further.
I will scout ahead. Stay alive.
With luck, we will exit the Timbrel Gate. For now, we must face the long dark of Moria.
Well, alright. With that, why don't we go wrap this video on up? Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for Lord of the Rings, Return to Moria, and seemed to run alright. We couldn't hit a constant 60, but I was kind of thinking that wasn't going to happen anyway. A lot of the times you can't hit 60 on this thing. So it's probably going to be more like a 30 to 40 FPS experience if you don't want any big frame drops. But if you're okay with a frame drop every now and again, it seemed like it was getting 60 to like 70 FPS, so if you're okay with a little frame drop here and there, just run it at 60 FPS mode or unlocked, like I did. But in any case though, it at least runs, even though it's got a question mark. It seems to run. There could be spots further on in the game, obviously, where it just crashes, or maybe the sound stops working, or something like that. But from what little I played, seems like a perfectly good working game on the Steam Deck. So that's about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.